Now, John, we finished part two, let's say, of our chat, talking about the coaching that you got, let's say, in the middle 50s up to 57 when you played under 15, and you were saying, Tony Brennan in particular gave you, I suppose, individual tuition and advice, and you put your success, your latter success, then because down to that influence, I guess, of people like Tony Brennan and others, because you played county minor in 1960 for and with Tipperary. Will you tell us a little bit about that journey and how that came about?
Yeah, Tony really. I played senior then in 59, but even Tony had been part of my coaching kind of. After 57 and things that way at minor, Tony was usually over, and he'd arrive at least one evening a week. And I always found him very, very helpful, and he would show you what he wanted to do and how he done things. And his terms, especially as a backman.
Because you were a backman.
Because I was playing always in the backs at that stage. But he would take forwards and show him too what to do.
Yeah.
But he would show you, you'd have you clipping your toes there on how to swing so short and tidy when you were in front of the goals and getting that ball.
Describe the type. Describe to me, because it's hard to envisage even the style of hurling that was played at the time.
Yeah, Tony was a big believer in you used your wrists. Very wristy. You had to be flexible, and that you could swing nice and tidy and not get hooked and things that way, and get a ball out to the side. You never cleared the ball out from front of the goals. You took it out to the side. And then in 59, I still wasn't 17 years of age when I played wing forward for him against Rossmore.
Yes.
In Cashel.
Yeah.
And
this was the very first time, John, that Rossmore senior hurlers played Clonoulty senior hurlers.
Yes.
And that was on the back of Clonoulty winning the Leahy Cup in 58.
Yeah.
You didn't feature that year.
No, I did not.
So your debut was against the neighbours up the road.
In 59.
Well, tell us.
It was exciting kind of, and I started wing forward. I marked Eddie Friday, and things were going well. Ginny Marr was centre forward, and Sean Breen. We were going very well, and I had a goal and a pint, or a goal and 2 points scored anyway. And I was going through, as I thought, for another goal. When Matty Dwyer came out from corner back, and I didn't see him really coming, and he bit me right into the chest and stomach. And that was the end of John for that day.
Yeah.
I was made a look on it. And Rossmore won that day, and they got to the West Final. They put up a good show against Kickham's in the West Final.
That's by a point, I think it was.
It was a point, it was very, very close. Yeah. And that year then we had a 21 team, which we were giant amalgamated with Rossmore.
Yes.
We had a very good under 21 team.
Yeah, and that was the inaugural year, or the first year of the under 21 championship in 1959.
First year of the 21
and
championship.
you got to the final.
And we got to the final against Arville Rovers.
Yeah.
I suppose a game we should have won.
Yes.
Game we should have won.
Yeah.
Arville were good. They had a lot of good players coming through at that stage. They had John Dunwood that played county minor with me, and Father Christy Dwyer, Father Billy Green. They had some good players, and Terry Maloney, they had played for Tipp in goal. They had him as well. And that's some good players. But we still had a very good team too. We should have won the game.
It was one you left behind.
It was one we left behind. We blamed referee and everything, but that's beside the point.
And was that 21 championship, was that played before, say, the Rossmore game?
No, that was after.
Okay, you had recovered sufficiently.
I had recovered and played minor.
And Matty is still alive.
Matty is still there. He's
still up in Drumban.
Yeah, I'd say he's the only one that the Wires left now.
Yeah. There's about, I'm trying to gather all the pictures, about 9 players that featured in the 56 and campaign for Rossmore and the 58 campaign for Clonoulty, still alive. So got Matty's picture. People like you mentioned, Sean Breen, Stanley, Jimmy Ryan Garea, Donny the Cooper, Woody Brennan. These men, Billy English actually is living below in New Ross in Wexford. Billy English.
Oh right.
Yeah, he's 92 I think, and he's still going strong.
He is
down there. Yeah, so. So it's 59 you were 17. It was an interesting year playing against Rossmore in the West Championship, playing under 21 with Clonoulty and Rossmore. Some of the lads you'd have been playing against earlier in the year. Was that strange, John?
It wasn't, no, because our young guys, we didn't know very little about why Clonoulty and Rossmore fell out. We weren't interested. We just wanted to play hurling at that stage. And the same way was Paddy Sweeney and Paddy Dwyer and the Rossmore end of it, Jimmy Fahey. They had no chip on their shoulder about anything. We were just playing, and we were a real nice team. No, we were.
Yeah.
No, we didn't even.
But there was so 60 was the last year when Clonoulty and Rossmore adult teams were
seniors.
Were and separated. So but 1960 was a significant year for you. You didn't start off with the county minors.
No, I missed I didn't make the first game. I was brought in then. I had played had we a championship game played here in the West at Senior, and I showed up well and I was brought in. And I made it then. I was only a sub in the Munster final. Came on above when they were under pressure above again in Casement Park, and I'd say myself, I had a good game.
Yeah, that was
started the All Ireland.
A fair trip, John, up to Casement Park in the late 1950s. How did you get up?
Cars.
Okay.
Cars, yeah. Jimmy Hennessy had done drum that used to pick up most of the West people at that stage. There was a couple of cars in the West because there was 7 of us on that team. And
I suppose it was pre troubles. So was it a straight